My name is Lina. I am 25 years old. A few months ago, my husband and I moved to a new house. It was in a quiet street. The houses were close, and many families lived there. At first, I liked the place. The mornings were calm. Children played outside. Neighbors talked and smiled at each other. Then I noticed the man next door. He lived alone. I never saw anyone visit him. He did not smile. He did not talk to anyone. When people passed his house, he stayed inside. His door was always closed. Sometimes, I saw him standing near his window, looking outside. When our eyes met, he looked away quickly. The neighbors talked about him. "He is strange," one woman said. "He never greets anyone," another said. "Be careful," someone whispered. Their words stayed in my mind. When I walked past his house, my steps became faster. When I heard a noise from his side, my heart beat faster. I told myself to stay calm, but fear followed me. At night, I looked at his house from my window. His light was often on very late. The street was quiet, but my thoughts were loud. I did not know his name. I did not know his story. I only knew what others said. And slowly, without knowing him at all, I began to feel afraid of my strange neighbor. After a few days, I started noticing more things about my neighbor. Small things. But they made my fear grow. Sometimes, late at night, I saw him outside. The street was dark and quiet. Everyone else was asleep. He walked slowly near his house and then went back inside. I watched from my window and held my breath. I also heard strange sounds. Soft sounds. A door opening. Footsteps. Once, something fell on the floor. The noise was not loud, but in the silence of the night, it felt scary. His light was often on very late. Even when all other houses were dark, his window still glowed. I wondered why he never slept like normal people. The neighbors noticed these things too. "He walks at night," one woman said. "I hear noises from his house," another whispered. "Something is not right about him," someone added. I listened to them carefully. Their words made pictures in my mind. Bad pictures. I imagined things that were not real. I started to avoid that side of the street. When I took out the trash, I did it quickly. When I was alone at home, I locked the door twice. My husband told me, "Don't worry. He has done nothing wrong." But fear does not listen to reason. I believed the gossip. I believed my imagination. And without ever speaking to him, I decided that my neighbor was dangerous. I did not know then that fear can lie, and silence can be misunderstood. One afternoon, I went to the market alone. I bought vegetables, fruit, and bread. My bags were heavy. When I reached my street, my arms were tired, and my steps were slow. As I walked toward my house, one bag suddenly broke. Everything fell to the ground. Tomatoes rolled on the road. Apples moved toward the neighbor's side. I felt embarrassed and tired. I bent down quickly to pick them up. Then I felt a shadow near me. My heart jumped. I looked up and saw him. The strange neighbor was standing there. I froze. My hands stopped moving. My mind went empty. All the stories I heard rushed back to me. I felt afraid to breathe. He did not speak at first. He slowly bent down and picked up an apple. Then another one. He placed them gently into my bag. "Here," he said softly. His voice was calm. Not angry. Not strange. But I panicked. No, it's okay, I said quickly. My voice was shaking. I pulled the bag closer to me and stepped back. He stopped at once. He stood up and took a step away. I'm sorry, he said quietly. I just wanted to help. I picked up the last tomato with shaking hands. My face felt hot. I did not look at him again. I walked fast toward my house and closed the door behind me. Inside, my heart was beating very fast. He helped me. He spoke kindly. But fear had already filled my mind. I sat on the floor and asked myself, why was I so afraid? I did not know the answer yet. That evening, I could not stop thinking about what happened. His words stayed in my mind. I just wanted to help. They did not sound dangerous. They sounded kind. Later that night, I heard a knock on my door. My heart jumped. I stood still for a moment. Then I slowly walked toward the door and looked through the small window. It was him. I took a deep breath and opened the door a little. I'm sorry, he said gently. He kept a safe distance. I think this fell from your bag. He held out a small packet of bread. I felt surprised. I had not even noticed it was missing. Thank you, I said quietly. He nodded. I did not want to scare you today. I understand. People think I am strange. His words felt honest. His eyes looked tired, not dangerous. I work at night, he continued. I clean offices in the city. That is why my lights are on late. I felt my face grow warm. The noises you hear, he said, are just me moving things. I live alone. I don't talk much. He looked down for a moment. I am not good with people. I stood there, silent. Everything I believed suddenly felt wrong. He smiled a little. It was not a big smile. But it was real. Good night, he said softly, and walked back to his house. I closed the door slowly. My heart felt different now. The fear was fading. And something new was taking its place. Relief. And shame. The next day, I could not forget his words. I am not good with people. In the afternoon, I saw him sitting outside his house. He was fixing an old chair. I stood near my door for a moment, thinking. Then I slowly walked toward him. Hello, I said softly. He looked up, surprised. Then he nodded. Hello. We stood in silence for a few seconds. I felt nervous, but I wanted to understand him. I wanted to say thank you, I said, for helping me yesterday. You're welcome, he replied. It was nothing. After a short pause, he spoke again. My name is Daniel. I'm Lina, I said. We sat on the steps, keeping some distance. He told me a little about his life. He lived alone. His parents had died many years ago. He had no brothers or sisters. No close family. I used to talk more, he said quietly. But after they died, I became silent. Silence feels safer. His words touched my heart. I work at night, he continued. During the day, I rest. I don't meet many people. I listened carefully. I did not interrupt. I did not judge. For the first time, I saw him clearly. He was not strange. He was not dangerous. He was lonely. As I walked back to my house, my heart felt heavy. I felt sorry for him. And I felt ashamed of myself. I had believed stories. I had believed fear, but I had never tried to know the truth. That day, I learned something important. Sometimes people are quiet, not because they are strange, but because they are hurting. That night, I lay in bed and thought about everything. I thought about my fear. I thought about the stories I believed. And I thought about Daniel. I felt ashamed. I judged him without knowing him. I feared him without a reason. I believed gossip instead of truth. Daniel never shouted. He never scared anyone. He never did anything wrong. But I treated him like he was dangerous. I remembered how I pulled my bag away from him. I remembered how my voice shook when he tried to help. My heart felt heavy when I thought about his quiet apology. "I am sorry," I whispered to myself. The next day, I decided to change. When I saw Daniel, I did not look away. I smiled at him. It was a small smile, but it was real. He looked surprised, then smiled back. When I passed his house, I walked slowly. I did not hurry anymore. I did not feel afraid. One afternoon, I made extra tea. I carried a cup to his door and knocked gently. He opened the door and looked confused. "I made tea," I said. "Would you like some?" His eyes softened. "Yes," he said quietly. "Thank you." As I walked back home, I felt lighter. I understood something important. Fear can make us cruel. Silence can be misunderstood. And kindness can begin with one small step. That step changed me. After that day, life on our street felt different to me. The houses were the same. The people were the same. But my heart had changed. Every morning, when I stepped outside, I greeted Daniel. "Good morning," I said. "Good morning," he replied, with a small smile. Sometimes, I gave him extra food. Sometimes, he helped my husband fix small things in our house. We did not talk a lot, but we talked enough. Our silence was no longer uncomfortable. The neighbors also noticed the change. "He seems nice," one woman said one day. "Yes," I replied softly. "He always was." Daniel still lived quietly. He still worked at night. He was still the same person. But now, he was not alone anymore. One evening, as I walked back home, I saw him sitting outside, watching the sky. I stopped for a moment. "Thank you," he said suddenly. "For what?" I asked. "For not being afraid anymore," he replied. His words stayed with me. I went inside my house and thought about everything I had learned. I learned that fear can make us blind. I learned that silence does not mean danger. And I learned that kindness can change hearts. My neighbor was never strange. He was just quiet. He was just lonely. He was just hurting. And now, he was finally seen. Not all quiet people are strange. Some are just hurting. Have you ever judged someone before knowing them? What did you learn later? Share in the comments.